Hey everyone, today we're going to look at how you can easily link project notes from one project to another with only one click, so without having to manually link them one by one. So let's get started. Okay, what we want to be able to do is when we have some projects like this and one of the projects has some related notes, we then want to be able to open a different project page, and using a simple template we want to have all the related nodes show up here. Right now, we're of course using filter contains project B, but in order to make this filter work, we would have to manually relate all these nodes to project B, which can be quite cumbersome. So we want an easier way. We want to be able to just using a simple property, we would say, hey, we want to use nodes from project A here, and by doing this also have all the nodes from project A show up here. But of course the text property won't help us much here, so let's look at how we could actually achieve it. First of all, we need a property that will allow us to link these two projects between themselves. So of course that's a relation property, and we have to relate this database to itself, which will bring up this dialog window, and we want to have this sync both ways. So now we can say that project B is related to project A. And now there's actually another property that we can show, which was created automatically because we did this both way syncing. So as you can see, this uses nodes from project A. It also shows up under project A. We can rename this to make it more clear, like so, nodes used by. So now it should be clear what's happening here. But of course this itself doesn't do much, because right now if we open the project B, we still have no way of filtering just the nodes that are used by project B, because right now this change is in no way reflected in this nodes database, and we first need to achieve that somehow. So we need to create a property here that we can then use to filter inside the project B, saying that okay, these nodes are actually being used by project B. And the property that we need for that is rollup. So let's have a look at how we can set it up. First, of course, here we select rollup. Now here the relation that we're going to use, the only one we can use, is project, and the property that we want to show is this one, where we already see that these nodes are sort of related to project B. So that's nodes used by. So nodes used by, and we can again rename it to make it clear, node used by. And now we already have the project B that's using these nodes actually shown here inside a property of each of these nodes. So now all that's left to do is to alter the filters we're using here for showing the related nodes, and of course we're going to change the filters inside the whole template so that we don't have to adjust it manually each time we create a new project. And now here we already are filtering for nodes that are directly related to the project, but we also want to have the nodes shown here that are related using the use nodes from property that we just created. So we need to change this into an advanced filter, and here we want to use the OR condition, and it's not project but actually node used by contains project with notes. So that's the name of the template. And if we set it up like this, we also need to save it for everyone, otherwise it wouldn't work once we actually duplicate the template. And now, when we use the template here, we already have all the nodes from the project A that we said here we want to use the nodes from the project. We already have all these nodes shown up here. So let's wrap up by creating one last project. Name it originally Project C, and let's see what happens if we first use the template. Now, of course, we won't see any nodes here, but that's when we actually say, okay, we want to use the nodes from Project A, and now we probably need to refresh this. Yes, now we see everything as it should be. So that's how you can easily, with one click, relate nodes from one project to another. I hope this was useful. I also hope you didn't mind my sudden outfit and haircut change in the middle of the video. If you have any kind of feedback, please let me know in the comments, and if you liked the video, please also consider liking and subscribing to the whole channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!